A good day to you, spectator. I am Suitzal M. Gomez from BSMTA 16, and in today's video is all about the exercise prescription or the workout plan using the FIT format or the frequency, intensity, time, and type format. So after 5 days of exercising, I was able to gather data which I input in the forms. So by the way, there were 2 forms that I was able to accomplish: the cardiovascular training prescription and the muscular training prescription. So let's dig in first sa cardiovascular training prescription. So in the top of the form are my information, my name, my age, I am 18 years old, and the date of my first training, which is September 2, 2023. So as you can see, I have 0 initial prescription because I haven't been done any exercise prescription yet. So this is the first time that I will do some exercise. So let's proceed. In the table, you'll see the FIT format, the frequency, intensity, time, and type. So first, in the frequency, since I did the exercise 5 times a week, thus that also reflects in the form. Next is the intensity, which I was able to determine when measuring all these 6. The resting heart rate reserve, target heart rate, the heart rate at high interval, the heart rate at low interval, and the Borg rate of perceived exertion. So let's explain them one by one. So resting heart rate, this is my recovery pulse, wherein 5 seconds after exercising, I count my pulse here for 1 minute, and the result is 80 beats per minute. So that means my resting heart rate is 80 beats per minute. As to the heart rate reserve, I just felt that the intensity of the cardio exercise I did is 76%. So this is what I put here, and this indicates that the exercise is moderate. But if I put here beyond 76, it means already that the exercise is vigorous. Now next is the target heart rate. So to get the target heart rate, we follow a formula. 220 is the constant, minus age, minus resting heart rate, and then the answer of these 3 being enclosed in a parenthesis is multiplied to the heart rate reserve in decimal form and added to the resting heart rate. So in my case, I subtract 220 minus my age, which is 18, and then my resting heart rate, which is 80. So that is 122 multiplied to 0.76, which is my heart rate reserve, then plus 80. So the result I get is 172.72 or 173 beats per minute. Therefore, my target heart rate is 173 beats per minute and not beyond of that. Kay kung mula pas ko og 173, the tendency is it's not safe for me at all. And next is the heart rate at high interval. So my target heart rate is what I put here in the heart rate at high interval, meaning it is my maximum heart rate, which is 173. And like what I've said, going beyond this BPM will not be safe for me at all. Next is the heart rate at low interval. So the formula here is 220 minus age minus resting heart rate, but this time it is being multiplied to the half of the heart rate reserve and then added again with the resting heart rate. So we have 220 minus 18 minus 80. That is 122 times half of 0.76, which is 0.38 plus 80. And so we get 126.36 or 126 beats per minute. And that is my heart rate at low interval. This means that when exercising, the safest heart rate interval for me is between 126 beats per minute and 173 beats per minute. So next is the Borg rate of perceived exertion. So you see that scale, it is the basis of this Borg rate of perceived exertion. Kibali, it is the rating, and rin rate kung para sa unsa kalisod ang exercise na gihimo. And from 1 to 10, it has its indicators, and I choose the rate of 7 because for me, the cardio exercise I did is very hard. So that's it. We're done dealing with the intensity. Next is the time. So I did warm up only for 6 minutes at low interval, and the actual cardio exercise, I performed it for 20 minutes, and then another 4 minutes for the cool down. Then I repeat the routine twice. That's why the number of cycles I had is 2. So overall, that is 1 hour. Finally, the type of exercise. So the type of exercise I did to come up with this data is the aerobic dancing. I just searched aerobic dancing in YouTube and mura yung gisayo-sayo. Now we proceed to muscular training prescription. So these are all the data in the table. First, my training age, which is 18. My objective or goal in the exercise is also here, that is to grow glutes and improve muscular endurance. The volume or intensity of the muscular exercise I did was moderate, and then same frequency, which is 5 times a week because I've done the exercise 5 times a week. The session or duration overall is 50 minutes. That includes the warm-up and the cool-down session. In the routine, I did first the 3 warm-ups, the arms across chest, hip rotation, and then hamstring stretch. And that is 30 seconds each with only 2 sets and 1 repetition. Now next is the exercise proper. So I did the glute bridge, squats, side lunges, half push-ups, double kicks, and the side leg raise. So sa glute bridge, I did 10 repetitions with 2 sets with a 30 seconds rest. The load for that is 70%, and for me, my perceived exertion is 7 because for me, as a beginner, it is very hard. So next is the squats. I only did 6 repetitions with 2 sets and a 20-second rest. The load for that is 68%, and the perceived exertion for me is 6. The side lunges, I did 10 repetitions with 2 sets and then a 20-second rest. The load for that is 69% and the RPE is 6. Fourth is the half push-ups, which I performed for 5 reps with 2 sets and a 20-second rest. The load is 65% with an RPE of 6. Fifth is the donkey kicks, which I did for 5 reps in 2 sets with a 15 seconds rest. The load is 65% and the RPE is still 6. Lastly is the side leg raise, which I did for 2 sets of 5 repetitions with a 15 seconds rest, having a 65% load and an RPE of 6. As to my cooldown, I only did the same things sa warm-up with the same duration, sets, and repetitions. And that ends my video. I hope I defended my exercise prescription well. Thank you for watching.